Hi, Ashley here with HeartHookHome.com, and today we are going to work up some of the wave stitch pattern together. This is the pattern that uses varying heights of crochet stitches. We've got single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and then treble crochet or triple crochet. So you've got a combination of these stitches and the placement of those stitches that creates this beautiful wavy looking design. They are offset, so you've got two here and then one in the middle, and then two here and then one in the middle again. So this pattern is not as difficult as it looks. There are definitely some things that I would do to make it easier, and we are going to work some of this up today. What we are actually working at today for this tutorial is the gauge pattern for my new beach waves pattern. It's a dress, a swimsuit cover-up, or a tank top, whichever you prefer to make with the pattern. Instructions are included for all of that. This is the gauge swatch for that pattern. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with a chain of 34. For this waves pattern, you want to have a multiple of 16, so it would be 16 and 16 plus 2. So it would be 16, 16, 16, 16 plus 2. So here we have a total of 32 plus those two additional chains for a chain of 34. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our wave pattern. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. I like to work into the back bar. I think it looks nicer, so I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put a single crochet right in this first stitch, or the second chain from the hook. Now I'm going to place another single crochet in the next stitch. Now I'm going to chain one, I'm going to skip the next chain, and I'm going to put a half double crochet in the next chain. So I'm going to skip one, half double crochet here. Now I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to put a double crochet in this one. I'm going to skip another one and put a double crochet right here. You're always going to skip one in between these. I'm going to chain one again. We're going to skip that one, and we're going to put a treble crochet in this one, which is just you wrap it twice. Finish that. Treble crochet. We're going to chain one. We're going to skip one. And we're going to do another treble crochet, so wrap it twice, skip that next chain, and put the treble right in this next one. Now we're going to chain one, we're going to skip the next one, and this is the highest point of our wave. The two treble crochets are always going to be the highest point of your wave. So whenever you've got two of those next to each other, you know that your next stitch is going to be a double crochet because that's the next one down in size. So we've got our chain one here. We're going to do a double crochet in the second. We're going to skip that one and do a double crochet right here. Chain one, skip one, we're going to do a half double crochet in the next. We're going to chain one, skip one, single crochet in the next. The single crochet is the shortest stitch you will do in the wave pattern. Chain one, do another single crochet. Just like we had two treble crochets for the tallest point, we're going to have two single crochets for the lowest point. Now, since we've had two single crochets next to each other, we're ready to start making it taller again. So I'm going to chain one, skip one, and put a half double crochet in the next. Chain one, skip one, double crochet in the next. Chain one, skip one, treble crochet in the next. Chain one, skip one, treble crochet in the next. So we have two trebles next to each other again. We know that that is the highest point of the wave pattern, so we're ready to start making shorter stitches again. Chain one, we're going to do skip one and put a double crochet here. Chain one, skip one, put a half double crochet here. Chain one, skip one, we're going to put a single crochet here. And since we are at the end of our piece here, of our gauge swatch, we will end with one single crochet. So this row, we have 2 single crochets to start. We get our taller stitches, back to shorter stitches, back to taller stitches, back to shorter stitches, and we have 2 single crochets to end this row. For row 2, we are going to place a single crochet. It's just going to be a single crochet all the way back down your work. Let me pull my yarn free here. I pulled from the outside of the ball for some reason. Don't know why I did that. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now I'm going to place a single crochet in each stitch and around each chain space. So the first stitch here is this single crochet. I'm going to place a single crochet right in that. And then I'm going to single crochet in the next single crochet. And now I'm going to single crochet around that chain space, so into the space in between those stitches. Single crochet. Now I need to go into the top of the next stitch. This is a half double crochet. I need to go into the top of this stitch, single crochet, go in between these 2 stitches, so around this chain space. Now I'm going to go into the top of this double crochet, into or around this chain space, into this treble crochet, in between those, in the top of the next treble crochet, and I'm just going to do these single crochets in between and into the top, alternating all the way to the end of the row. When I get to the end, I'm going to put a single crochet in this last chain space, and then a single crochet in each of these last 2 stitches. So that is row 2. We've just done a single crochet all the way across. Row 3, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're just going to do a single crochet all the way back down the row. I'll meet up with you when we start row 4. Okay, here I am finishing row 3. We are ready to start row 4. So what we've got here is we've got our first little wave, half wave that we did, and 2 rows of single crochet. Now we're ready to start the row that will offset these waves. So the first thing we're going to do to start row 4 is we're going to start it, since we started this one with a single crochet, in order to offset it, we need to start this one with a treble crochet. So we're going to do a chain 4, and that is going to count as your first treble crochet of row 4. So we're going to turn our work. Since that counts as a stitch, we're not going to work into the first one because that counts as your first one. So we're going to place a treble crochet in the next stitch. Wrap it twice, treble crochet in the second stitch. I'll pull my yarn again. Dang it. So now that we've got those 2 treble crochets out of the way, we're ready to start doing our wave. So since we have 2 treble crochets here, we know that the next stitch we need to do is a double crochet, and we're going to do that in the second stitch. So chain 1, skip the next stitch, and place a double crochet in the second. We're going to chain 1. We're going to place a half double crochet in the second. So skip the next one, half double crochet in this one right here. Chain 1, skip 1, place a single crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, place a single crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next. And this is the same thing that we did on row 2, where since we've got the 2 trebles over here, then we need to have 2 singles over here, right? So the lowest point is going to be 2 single crochets. The highest point is always your 2 treble crochets. So I just did my half double in this one. I'm going to chain 1, skip 1, and place a double crochet here. Chain 1, skip 1, place a treble crochet here. Chain 1, skip 1, another treble, because we always have 2 of those in a row. Chain 1, skip 1. We're going to start going down in size again, so a double. Stinking yarn. Chain 1, skip 1, half double. Chain 1, skip 1, single. Chain 1, skip 1, single. Chain 1, skip 1, half double. Chain 1, skip 1, double. Chain 1, skip 1, treble. And when we get to the end here, we always have 2 right next to each other. No chain, no nothing, treble right in that last one. And now we are ready to start row 5. And as you can see, our waves are offset. So here's the big part, and then here's the big part, and then here's the big part. So now we're going to do row 5, which is exactly this row on top of this row. So row 5, you're going to chain 4 because we're starting with a treble crochet again, and turn. And remember that this counts as your first treble crochet. So we're going to put our first actual treble crochet of the row into the top of that treble crochet. You're always going to place your treble crochets and your treble crochets, your double crochets and your double crochets, your half doubles and your half doubles, and your singles on this row. Chain 1, double crochet in the double crochet. Chain 1, half double crochet in the half double crochet. Chain 1, single crochet in the single crochet. And we're just going to do this all the way for the entirety of row 5. Treble crochet in that one, and that treble crochet, and treble crochet, and you can either go into the top of the chain 4, I just go in between them to be honest because it's easier, and it does not matter. I think that looks just fine. So here we started with 2 treble crochets and we ended with 2 treble crochets. And now we are ready to do another 2 rows of single crochet. So basically the same thing that I did down here where I go into the stitch, around the chain space, into the stitch, around the chain space. That's exactly what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to have 2 more rows of single crochet. Okay, now that I have added those next 2 rows of single crochet and we had our last wave pattern, our last 2 wave rows started with the treble crochet, so that means in order to offset them we need to start the next 2 rows of wave crochet starting with a single, right? So you've got your single, treble, single, treble, single, treble all the way, and that is how you get them to offset each other. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to do our single crochet and we're going to let those stitches get taller as they go down and then shorter as they go up, and then taller as they go down and shorter as they go up. So I'm going to do a chain 1 and I'm going to turn. I'm going to put a single crochet in the first 2 stitches. 1, 2. Now I am ready to start the actual wave portion. So I'm going to start making my stitches taller. So I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to skip 1, half double crochet in the next. And then chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. And here I'm going to show you a little trick that helps me when I'm working on a large project with this pattern. When I make my treble crochets, we're going to do our chain 1 and we're preparing our treble crochet, right? So we know that we're going to skip this one and we need to go into the next one. I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to show you how I use this single crochet to make sure that they line up. So your single crochets, these are my 2 single crochets that were the low point from the last set of wave rows, correct? So my trebles need to always go directly on top of those singles. So if this treble had been placed over here or over here, then I know something got wonky in my single crochet rows, because I should always, when I skip this one and put that treble, it should always be directly on top of that single crochet. My next treble should be directly on top of that single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1, oops, and do my treble right in this stitch. And so I know, without even having to count my stitches, I know that I'm on track because those 2 lined up perfectly with the single crochet below them. Alternately, you want to make sure that your tallest stitches here, these 2 trebles here, always have single crochets directly above them. The problem is that sometimes when you're crocheting fast and you're not really paying too close of attention, sometimes this double crochet, you could be like, oh, that's a treble. It's not. So it's easier for me, at least, to make sure that the trebles are on top of the singles, because I know for certain when I look at these are definitely single crochets down here. And I know that if my trebles match up here, then I'm on track. So that is a nice little tidbit or tip to make sure that you stay on track without having to be so meticulous about your counting and everything else. So that was my double crochet. I'm going to do half in this one. Chain one, single, chain one, single, and I'm always skipping in between. Now I'm going tall again. I've got my 2 trebles. I'm going to make sure that those line up directly on top of my 2 single crochets. So if I put that treble here, is that going to line up? Let's take a look. Do my second one. And if they don't line up, honestly, what I have done on my market bags, which I'm just going to tell you, sometimes I get off by one. You know what? I ended up putting a treble right next to this one just to get back on track. Like if I didn't have enough single crochets, or I forgot to go into this, stitch down here or around this chain space way down here, I'm not frogging all that. So I would put, my treble right next to the other one. It got me back on track for the rest of the row. It's really not that noticeable. I'm going to be the only one that knows it. And personally, it's just personal preference. If it bothers you, you can go back and frog it. But I'm just going to be the one to tell you that it is a-okay to fudge a stitch or 2. I won't tell anyone. So we ended this row with 2 single crochets because we started this row with 2 single crochets. And now we are going to start row 9, which is the final row of this gauge swatch pattern. I'm going to do a chain 1 and turn, and now we're doing exactly what we did for this row here, where we put the trebles in the trebles, the doubles in the doubles, the half doubles in the half doubles, and the singles in the singles. It's the same exact thing. I'm going to put a single in a single, half double, double, treble in a treble, treble in a treble, double in a double, etc. And really, that is all there is to the wave pattern. And if you follow the tips where you place the trebles always in the singles from 2 rows below, you will make sure that you stay on track. And that is an excellent, just a little tidbit. You'll be happy that you knew that if you're working up this pattern. Okay, so this is the end of row 9. This is the final row of the gauge swatch if you are making the beach waves pattern. What you are going to measure now, if this is your gauge swatch and you are working on this pattern, is you're going to take your measure and you're going to measure from this single crochet, so the space in between those 2 single crochets, all the way to the space in between these 2 single crochets. So for the gauge swatch for that pattern, specifically, you want it to be 3 inches in between my fingernails, right? So I always make sure that you're measuring a wave that is inside of the pattern. You're not measuring one that is at the very top. Always do one that has been contained by other stitches, right? And that's any gauge swatch, not just this one. So I hope that that helps you figure out how to crochet the wave stitch. It's beautiful. I have a market bag using this pattern. I have that tank top, swimsuit cover up, and a full length dress that uses this pattern as well. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I hope that you love it. I look forward to creating with you soon. Thanks for watching.